Made by the Root Heath Manufacturing Company, Plymouth, Ohio, USA. I was never fail. I was in the mood to do another corn sheller. There's been a lot of discussion about the corn shellers on the channel, and that is not what I paid for it. And I didn't work the guy too hard. And which that is not a bad thing. The threads are good. I checked it already. He did have it bound down so tight it wouldn't turn. I've done a bunch of these over the years. I actually went to Le Sueur with the intention of looking for a little giant, which is made 28 miles from here. I mean, 30 years ago, they were a dime a dozen. You found them everywhere. I couldn't find one this year. That was what I was really in the mood for. This is a rivet. It's even loose in there. I'm going to have to gently work it out of there because I sure don't want to break that casting. And it really does need to have a wood handle on there for appearance. Let's see, flipper. By the way, before I forget, it's missing 2 clamps here. That really isn't a problem. A lot of guys just bolted them onto a side of a wood box. That's probably where the originals went. The real purpose of these is if you were feeding chickens or maybe a few hogs. Cattle, not so much, but chickens too. They'll eat. You can grind the cob and all, and they'll eat it. But a hog, if you grind the cob, the hog will waste about half the feed anyhow. So they always shelled corn for it. But the purpose was to shell corn. Actually, I'm pretty tickled. Even the adjustment spring is loose. And this, once you remove that wing nut, this will slot right out, turn out and lift right. This piece here will turn out, pivot out, and lift right out. Now, I've done a bunch of these over the years, and I was just in the mood for one again. Now, I was seriously considering painting this one classic yellow, not this bright a yellow, more like the older school bus type of yellow. It's supposed to be a flat paint job. From the factory, these were black. Not on this one, but I had another Root Heath sheller, and I found residue of black paint on flat black. I'm pretty sure it had lead-based paint, but I just thought it would look cool. Now the little giant, the one I was actually looking for, made 28 miles from here. Those were red from the factory. I think I've had a dozen of the little giants, and I was just in the mood for another one. And I thought I'd paint this yellow, but I've been overruled. I've been told it's going to be black like it's supposed to be. Well, all right. When I get around to cleaning it up, like I said before, the guys from Alexandria, which is a couple hours northwest of here, he was really fair. I mean, that's when you see these sell. Usually, when you see them in an antique shop or something, they seem to think they're worth about $120 or more dollars. I can honestly say I've never seen one sell like that. I used to could pick them up for 10 or less at auctions. And I see on eBay they're about $40. The guy, like I say, the guy was decent, and it will get a square bolt. There's not a chance I'm going to leave it to hex head like that. And even if I did leave it hex head, I would need to burn the galvanize off it so it would hold paint. I looked at 2 of them. I really did. There were 2 of these there. There were a lot of oddball brand names, and there were some out there that didn't have anybody's name on, because a lot of forges turned out their own. They just did a little bit of different, you know, a little bit different casting, but they never bothered to stamp their name into it. These are really well made, and I like the fact that they come from a label that made a tractor. These would be my second choice, but well, that should be enough of me talking. Well, thank you.